Good morning, class 7. I hope you guys are doing great, good, healthy, fine, and smart, and smiling and happy. And don't be tense, be happy. Smile. Get up in the morning, look at the mirror, smile, and look at your face, and you'll smile. Call your parents and see them. Tell them to smile. Everybody smiles. Happy family, everyone is happy. No matter what problems you have, everything will vanish if you keep smiling. Be safe, be happy, respect your parents, love them, and study as well, eat as well, play as well, do everything in the right proportion. So yesterday I had given you the explanation of the great Mughals. We are on page 37 if I am not mistaken, chapter 5, the great Mughals. So I have given you the explanation about it. So today what I am going to do is I am going to just read through so that you will have a comparison towards my videos which I have already given to you. If you are following, if you are not following, I am sorry, I cannot help you. Okay, so let's go to it. Just I want to tell you one thing is about this history. What we do is basically whatever has happened is going on today also. People wore clothes before also in the Mughal era. People are wearing clothes now also in this era, the 21st century era. We are wearing clothes. Where did the designs come from? It came from there, it's just more improvised. Get that inside your head. Clear? Fine. So without ado, let's go ahead and start reading today. And please follow your pages 37, The Great Mughals. If you don't have a book, try to purchase it. If you don't purchase it, please follow my videos. That will be more than enough. And when I'm going to upload the homeworks, it's going to be helpful to you. But without a book, you cannot study. You have to arrange, tell your parents, talk to your parents, talk to the school, and get things sorted out. When exams could be taken place, everything can happen in the world, and everything will be back to normal again. But face masks, social distancing, sanitizer, this was used before also. We stopped it in between. That's why we are affected. Nothing else. The Mughals established an all-India empire and managed to keep it well knit for over 2 centuries. Okay. Further, the administrative system they created outlasted their rule. The first 6 Mughal empires are known as the greatest Mughals. First 6. First one is Babur, 1526 to 1530. Please write down these dates, learn them by heart. Even if you don't know anything about Babur, just remember his date. That is more than enough for your history part. After that, if you write down, memorize it, next day you write it down without seeing 6 Mughals are there. And if you can learn all of them, there is no one better than you. You are the champ. The first Mughal emperor was Babur. He ruled Farghana in Central Asia at the time when the Lodi kings were ruling in Delhi, or rather ruling over the Delhi Sultanate, the sultans. The local rulers invited Babur to come to India and defeat the Lodis. Babur had heard a lot about the fabled wealth of Hindustan and thought it was a good opportunity to expand his kingdom. He was quite young at that time. Daring guys, young blood, hot blood. He said, okay, let's go. They had that, that Josh inside them to do something. And they were always doing something. Battles in 1526, Babur starts his action. Babur met Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat. Very important. The Lodi army was many times bigger than that of Babur's. Babur, however, had a battle-hardened cavalry and an efficient artillery. Mughals are very known for their military campaigns. Yesterday I had given you an explanation about all this. As I said yesterday, I can talk and give you much more, variety types of comparisons about what people have said. It's all about documentary, it's all about chronicles, it's all about information which I'm sharing. You can also do that. You can become better than me if you dig into it. But you guys don't take the initiative. You have so much work to do. PUBG and that game of Free Fire and all that. Anyways, class 7, right? Okay. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi and conquered Delhi and Agra. The next year he defeated Rana Sanga of Mewar at Khanau. or Khanua. 2 years later, he defeated the Afghan chiefs at Khagara. Khaghara. Khaghara. These three battles secured Babur's position in the northern India. Just made his entry. Achievements. Babur was a brilliant general. He was also an accomplished poet and writer. His autobiography is called the Tuzuk-e-Baburi or the Baburnama. We have done this earlier. In it, Babur has described the physical features, climate, animals, birds, flowers, fruits, and the life of people and the places he visited. He has also written about his own life in detail. In which language is Baburnama written? It was translated, otherwise, if it would have been written in Persian, we wouldn't have known. Now, next comes Humayun. Basic information of Babur they have given, but next class I am going to give you more information about Babur so that you know who actually Babur was, how did he die, what was his all action all about. So 1526 to 1534 years. Then comes in Humayun, his eldest son Humayun. 1540, he was there, then he went away for 15 years. He was out of sight, out of mind, then he came back and stayed for 1 year. Babur was succeeded by his eldest son Humayun. The other sons of Babur were Kamran, Hindal and Askari, were given charge of smaller areas. He divided everything to his sons, but his top boss was Humayun. Difficulties. What were the difficulties faced by Humayun? Humayun, the name Humayun means fortunate, lucky, fortune. But the second Mughal emperor had many problems from the start. First, the kingdom was still without a proper system of administration. Second, Humayun's brothers were dissatisfied with the territories which they had been given, not satisfied. Third, the kingdom was under threat from all sides. The Rajputs, Bahadur Shah, the ruler of Gujarat, and the Afghans were preparing to fight Humayun. Sher Shah, the Afghan king, had established a powerful kingdom in eastern India and wanted to expand it towards northern Delhi. Sher Shah Suri had already invested into come into Bengal and all that. He had attacked that place. What are the battles he fought? Obviously, if you have family problems, you can never go ahead. Three brothers are always having, they are not satisfied. Arey, you got so much, I got this much. This is still happening. History is repeating itself. Still now brothers fight. About what the father has given them, the brothers are still fighting. I don't know what they get. My brother wanted everything, I said, take it. My sister wanted everything, take it. I came out. I am living my life happily. I have come to know you guys. I have come to know so many people. I have come to spend my life with you. I have spent about one year now with you guys. I have seen the pandemic in Bihar. I should have been seeing the pandemic at my home. But thank God, I am safe, I am eating and I am happy, I am healthy and I am doing my videos here. I can go back anytime if I want. But I don't like fighting. Peace is best. But we human beings, we are never satisfied. We always want more. Anyways, so battles. In 1532, Humayun and Sher Shah met on the battlefield for the first time. Humayun won and captured the fort of Chunar. In 1534, Humayun defeated Bahadur Shah and captured Gujarat and Malwa. However, Humayun did not have time to build up his victories. Sher Shah regrouped and defeated Humayun at Chausa 1539 and Kannauj in 1540. His time finished here. 10 years. Within 10 years, his action, whatever he won, he could not get it organized. So there were loopholes. It was attacked again. He chased Humayun out of his kingdom. Humayun escaped to Persia and spent the next 15 years in exile. During this time, the Sur Empire under Sher Shah reigned supreme in India. In 1555, Humayun returned to India. Sher Shah had died and the Sur Empire had become weak. That was Humayun's chance. Humayun fought and recaptured the territories he had lost, becoming the Mughal ruler once again. Shortly afterwards, he fell from the steps of his library in Sher Mandal his library in Purana Killa and died a few days later. He was succeeded by his son Akbar. Akbar comes into the scene. I'll come into the next video.